I got involved with music very early. I was able to sing very nice before my voice broke. So I was chosen for music school in 2nd grade. I had to play the trumpet, learning musical theory, but that ended with like 12, 13. Maybe I still can sing nice, but I never tried it again. I had a very bright and loud voice as a child. I usually make instrumental music beside the Sky and Sand song and some remixes. I actually never liked working with vocals because they always come so on top of everything else. Always like to also see a vocal just as another part of the music, another sound. At the beginning, I was actually only asked to be like an advisor for the director, for him to be very authentic in what he is saying. Then he asked me if I can make a song and then the soundtrack, so that my part in there grew and grew and grew. And actually just a year before we actually started shooting it, he said then, yeah, you have actually also to act the guy, because the role is already developed so much in your direction. And especially everything you see live there, you know, me playing on the shows, these were actually shows me from Paul filmed. The acting was actually not very difficult for me, but to get up at 5 every morning and then shoot for 14 hours a day. Trying to make things right. Now it took a while to obtain all this equipment, what was very expensive, especially for me back in the days. I think this was here in one of those Berlin clubs, Casino, or back in days, but it was summer '99. I think it was also for free. Went through a big transformation, actually from the hobby with earning nothing with it, just having the dream and doing it, till that it's so much a job that it's impossible to see a hobby in it anymore. The show on the celebration of the fall of the Berlin Wall in front of 500,000 people, it was kind of outstanding, yes. And also because that I was asked by my country to do that. It's obviously still electronic music, but more I cannot put to it. I can understand if people say this is actually not techno anymore, but to me it becomes more and more unique, and therefore it's getting harder to label it. It is my 7th studio album. It's not, I think with all the remixing, it's the 10th in total or 11th, but pure studio albums, it's number 7. You know, there is the time of seeding, time in the studio, and then there's harvest time. And the harvest time comes now. This is actually something I just look forward enjoying it, because it's the pure opposite of locking yourself in a studio for months and months and months. To go on stage and play is not really a work for me. So I just look forward presenting what I have worked on now for so long. When you are in the studio and you have your song in a state where you would be able to bring it to the arranger view, where you may have your timeline and everything. In that state, I take all the single parts on stage and it goes via big fire phases over analog cables on a 24-channel mixer, where I'm actually rearranging the songs every night again. I present the songs again in a new version, and then often it happens over the time, a year or two, that songs also develop in a way that I say, oh shit, that's how I should have released it in 3 years ago, and now it has changed so much over the live show that it actually became a better song.